Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from Southern Ohio. I'm here with, where you at there? With Ron Alisi. He has invited me on a very, very exciting special trip. I'm here at the Salon De Magie?
De Magie.
Okay, I think I said that right?
Salon De Magie.
Salon De Magie, which is the second largest collection of magical artifacts, magic as in magicians, in the world.
Yes.
Next only to David Copperfield's private collection. We are in Ken Klosterman's home, and who is a, what is it? He's a baking company.
Baking company.
We're about to enter the secret passageway down into a abandoned Native American mine underneath the home to view this collection. All right, I'm excited. Follow me. It's got a magic wand right there. Later.
Got the light fixed.
Yeah, we got the light fixed. So this was put in by Otis Elevator, out of Cincinnati, actually. Fan working. Let's see. Okay, so we've got a phone, and every once in a while, Jeff, don't stand too close to the door, so you got to keep in the middle, or it jams on the wall sometimes. 9 tour then. Okay, so we're gonna go out. This is the mine. There's some of the miners here. Every once in a while we pick up a few critters in here, but we don't worry about it too much.
Push on the wall.
Push on the wall. Welcome to the Salon De Magie.
Oh, wow.
So what you're standing in now is the Victorian room. And a lot of what you're looking at are the first superstars of magic. This was Keller's head that it moved and things, cards come out of his head and so on. This was his table with all the various traps and that. Originally it was part of the Ringley Museum. This is one of the first pieces Kenny put in the collection. This one and the other table, which was Herman. Herman was the first magician, big magician. Then you hit Keller. Oh, then we get in, Germain was in that area. He was a vaudeville guy out of Cleveland. And then of course Houdini. What we have over here is we have Houdini's Flight of Time, in which he would take 5 alarm clocks off one thing and throw them across the stage, and they would appear ringing on the chain on another stand on the other side of the table. The Rosebush here was part of his 1926 show. Though he was known as an escape artist, he liked to do magic. Now the Flight of Time was the last trick he invented, and in the case, we go right here. This is the first trick he invented. It was called a bonus genius. And you hand card that, and what you do is you put the little doll under a cloth, and you see its head there, and all of a sudden you shake and he's gone. And a lot of these names will mean nothing to you, but they're Thurston, Herman, that's his die box. These were Orson Welles' cans down here he used. Again, these cups were used by a magician by the name of Henderson, who worked on the Merrimack, which was one of the ironclads from the Civil War. He was a society magician. So most of this stuff has a great deal of historical significance. But like this Rosebush was used in his 1926 Houdini show. And you show a pot, you set it down, and the bush blooms, and then you pick up the pot in the bush and show it. This was used by Dante. This was a talking skull that was made in Germany.
Oh, wow.
It's all clockwork, and that book looks like a small French gear thing. I mean, it's just unbelievably complex. And the jaw moves and answers questions and everything else.
That's so cool.
This is from 1860. You know, the rich man's toys were automatons. So this was one that, and he will go through the whole thing and say, now, be sure and look closely and watch. Oh, there's nothing there. Wait a minute. Come on, do so. Oh, that's right. You forgot to tap the wand. Tap the wand and make something happen, will you please? This was made by Leopold of France in 1860. Okay, now we're going to watch. Yes, we have to watch. Oh, but he's going to taunt you a bit. He's going to stick his tongue out and say, da 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 da.
That's amazing.
So this was a rich man's toy. This was, you know, and an automaton simulates real life. Oh, he can do that because he's got 3 balls. Most guys only have 2. He has 3. Tap the wand again and do something else, please. Okay, now we've got the die. We just say never say die. And again, he's going to taunt you just a bit. And then Kenny wants something else, so he started collecting cufflinks. So these are famous magicians.
Oh, wow.
This is from Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller.
There's a set of David Copperfield's in here. These were advertising mirrors that magicians used, and they're real mirrors. And this one of Keller is one of 2 known in the world. That was a gift from David Copperfield, actually, which was very generous. The piece here was David Copperfield's. You see the picture there. That's when he walked through the Great Wall of China. What really makes that piece interesting is, if you look at the top of the satellite dish, you notice it looks a lot like a salt and pepper shaker, and that's because it is. So a lot of it.
My handcuffs are here, Jacob.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
The top. That I used for years. Radio City Music Hall, I used those.
Big skull.
So a lot of this stuff. This was Herman's, and he would put a guy in there, and he cut off his head. And this was a prototype Thurston did for a Hindu boy up the rope trick and stuff. And he spent a lot of money, and it never really worked great. He also bought a card collection. A guy collected playing cards. This little one here was out of Hitler's bunker.
Oh, that one right there?
That, with a bee and the little under the Stuttgart thing.
Oh, wow.
That was out of Hitler's bunker. Important to him to know the story behind it. That pick, that case there was Houdini's lock picks.
Oh, yeah?
And that was a tramp chair in which you would set a medium. Things happen.
Those are his leg irons down, the leg,
Yeah. Actually, got those from you.
yeah. Where he would
from
hang
Yada.
upside down in New York.
So he didn't
when
break his
escaped-
ankle.
When he escaped out of...
You know, when you do a straight jacket, that's the most dangerous part. So
Really?
So you don't break your ankle. So that would help protect his ankles.
ready to be wowed.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see. Now this came from Newport, Kentucky. You're familiar with Newport and Covington, Kentucky?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that they had day streets and night streets. Day streets were the ones that came into Cincinnati, the night streets went out. And they had houses of ill repute on both. Day houses and night houses. They had all these crooked gambling casinos and stuff, and speakeasies. So this came from the Heidi Ho house. And let's see if I can do it just right.
It says to me.
Welcome to the Egyptian room of the Salon De Magie.
Oh, wow.
And you know, it is every time. This little automaton here, we actually just had a guy from Japan come over. Originally it was an archer automaton, and that it would pick up an arrow from a quiver, it would knock it, and it would shoot the arrow 20 feet. It was made about 1860 by the forerunner of Toshiba Electronics. I mean,
They're
he
super
knew
cool.
stuff, and he starts telling me stuff. Putting the wait a minute, because I'm not writing your book. I just want enough to put in some detail, you know. Again, there's a lot of smaller hand props here, different magic tricks and so on. Cardini, who was a very, very famous manipulator. A lot of guys, you know, producing cards and that. Well, he did the acting, and everybody copied it. And this was Dante's hand, but for some reason he cut the thumb out because he didn't want anybody to pick up the fingerprint off the thumb. So magicians are weird. The ventriloquist head there has real human hair in it.
Oh wow.
Did you ever see this, Ronnie?
Another talking skull.
No, I haven't seen that before.
That came out of John Morrison's. I've never seen roped square.
Wow. Lightweight. This produces balls. You produce a billiard ball and you set it in here, and you produce the billiard balls. And the last one you set in the center.
Wow. It's a big drawer full of magic wands.
Like I say, everything has a K number. Has to have a K number.
Harry Potter would be proud, as Adam the Wood would say. This one is a rabbit. A rabbit is pushed through the solid glass here. I don't think it's a set yet. A rabbit is pushed through the solid glass as you show the glass solid. The rabbit is pushed through the here and out the other side.
This is the Holy Grail. This actually stopped the war. Robert Houdin. Now Houdin is the guy Houdini got his name from. Was a conjurer in France, and he'd retired. So there was an uprising in one of the French colonies of Algiers. So all these big medicine marabouts, they call them, the medicine men, the chieftains, whatever, they had all this magic. So Houdin went over there to prove he had more strength than them. He caught a bullet, was one of the first guys doing the bullet catch, outdid it. Then he would bring people up, and he'd have a small boy lift up the chest. Then he would set it back down, and he'd get up your strongest warrior, and he'd go, I'm going to take all your strength out. He took all his strength out, this guy, and the guy could not pick it up. He had the child come up, the child could pick it up, and then all of a sudden the guy picked it up again, there was electrical shock, and just scared the bejeebers out of these guys, and literally stopped the war. There's no other way to put it. So it was pretty cool. More different apparatus and cones.
Smokes.
It's a smoking monkey.
Smoking monkey, yeah. Rising floor, and you put a coin in the drawer, and it rises up and ends up in a little box on top. I fixed that, I don't know how many times. Okido was a Chinese magician with a Japanese name who was really a Dutchman by the name of Otto of Bamberg, 7th generation. And these were last used about 1930 at the Cincinnati Zoo. And this is the Punch and Judy show.
Oh wow.
We have the guy's trunk, his curtains, everything in a case. I mean, it just amazes me they still do this in Europe.
There's a talking board back there.
Yeah. See, that's a wrapping hand like Ron was talking about. The guy paid like, $7,000, $8,000.
40,000.
40,000.
Crazy stuff.
40,000. And it was no better than that.
Yeah, it was.
One is mechanical, and the board will make the hand wrap. The one that I was talking about, he bought. It's a carved hand, but it's got a weight in it. So if the weight is in the wrist, it will move very easily. Just with a piece of glass, just move it a little bit, it taps. Yes, once for yes, twice for no. If you press here, it puts the weight in the center of that hand, and now it won't move. You got to really tip the board. So you pick up against middle top. Once for yes, twice for no.
What's this right here? The coin bending.
That is a guy from Cincinnati, Richard Ostlin, and he takes coins and bends them. And he says he can only open the envelope when he dies to find out how he does it. So.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. I hit the gong 3 times. Just 3, not 4.
All right.
Welcome to the Seance Room of the Salon De Magie.
Oh.
Was used by Houdini to trap Marjorie the Medium, and it was actually featured on Mysteries at the Museum.
Marjorie the Medium.
Yeah. And one more surprise. Again, these are more catalogs. Nothing that's softbound goes in libraries.
No, I've never seen it before, but it's, and you go like this, and sometimes, not all,
It worked that time.
but sometimes it vanishes.
Cool.